Hey everyone, it's Amelia. Good morning. I am riding Gatsby. It's Gatsby. And sometimes I think that he's like the older, neglected child, but Gatsby is a horse that I've had since he was 4, and he's now coming 7. We are getting ready for our first pre-St. George, hopefully in a couple weeks. We were supposed to do it this week, but then the rain canceled the show. But he's a super horse. It's really fun just to remember back to when I first got him and how far he's come. I know you guys have seen him in some of my videos, so I will keep you posted with him. Hey everyone, it's Amelia, and today's topic is to lunge or not to lunge. So this is an interesting question, and the first thing that I want to say is safety is always first. So any situation, you want to set it up so that you and your horse stay safe through the whole situation. That's always the most important thing. If you have that little voice in your head that says, you know, I should get off and do some groundwork or lunge my horse, you should definitely listen to that voice. I've made the mistake of not listening to that voice and ended up with broken ribs and a collarbone in the hospital. So definitely safety first. But on the topic of lunging, it's really important how you lunge your horses. So often I see people that are just letting their horses tear around as fast as the horse will go, with the horse's head tipped to the outside and their shoulder dropped to the inside, the horse's head and tail straight up in the air, and the horse just gets itself more and more worked up, and then you think, okay, now I have to ride this horse. That to me is not productive lunging. So what is productive lunging? Productive lunging is not only physical, but it's also mental. So sometimes your horse needs to get a few bucks out and run a little, but then you have to get them mentally in a state that you would want to get on them. So a few tips I have. One is don't let your horse just run incessantly around you. Like if they take off and buck, then bring them back to a stop or a halt. Ask them to drop their neck, bend them a little, and then continue on in your lunging. But taking charge of the situation is really important, that your horse is listening to you and focusing on you. Another tip that I have for lunging is that I like to lunge my horses generally with side reins or long lines, something so that their head just isn't straight up in the air. I found that when our dressage horses have their heads up in the air, they get more and more excited and hyper. But if you can do something to get them to drop and lower their neck, then that can help promote relaxation, that the lunging gets them relaxed, it gets their back warmed up, it gets them stretching. All of that is really important. But the main thing when you're thinking about lunging is that you want to think about the mental state of your horse. So you need to be doing transitions, you need to be in control of the situation. Even if the horse needs to move a little and, is excited, that's okay, but you still have to be in control of that situation so that when you get on your horse, it's already set up for that. The other thing I want to mention is you don't want to become reliant on lunging. So it's a good tool to have, like for a cold morning or for when you go to a horse show, but it's not something that you want to always rely upon. So you want to try to wean yourself off of having to lunge your horse every day. The way I would recommend this is to pick your days selectively. Like say if you've ridden your horse for 3 or 4 days in a row, it's a nice warm sunny day, your horse is a little tired, that would be a good day to try without lunging your horse. So I'm going to try to keep giving you guys some tips, and comment below. Let me know what experiences you guys have had with lunging, if it's successful, if it's not. Do you lunge your horses? Do you want more techniques for how to lunge your horses? Write me and let me know. Thanks, guys.